Hello everybody, my name is Nigel and I really want to live. I still want to live. This is part 2 of a video of a series that I'm being part of trying to get my health back. At the beginning of this year, many of you helped me towards contributing towards me undergoing a process to get my health back. And the process has been up and down. It's had all sorts of left and right turns, but has resulted in some very interesting findings. As many of you know, I've been involved in community development work. I'm a social worker, a pastor, an activist, and my passion is really around helping communities to flourish. And unfortunately, my health has, over time, really taken a lot of strain. Part of what this journey with the healthcare journey has revealed that you've really enabled me to do has been that my pituitary gland actually was squashed as part of an accident. I don't know if that's the right medical term, but as a result, my endocrine system hasn't been working. I've been on some hormone therapy of late. They've also discovered that my nasal septum is skew, that my viola, I think it's called, the thing at the end of my throat, is elongated, and this all causes challenges with sleep, brain fog, contributes to depression, contributes to weight gain. I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I keep drinking water. Having to go to the toilet many times during the night. I've also struggled with depression. I now have gallstones. I have high blood pressure. They've also discovered that part of my heart, the right-hand side, is slightly enlarged, and that's the result of some of the tension of the high blood pressure. The doctors all looking at this. I mean, the reality is this has been caused by a number of factors that have contributed towards it, and they believe the best intervention for me is to go for surgery. So after all of the tests, and at the beginning of the year I went through tests, and then I had pneumonia, and the most recent tests have kind of confirmed that I'm fortunately at the last able to go for the surgery that I've wanted for so long. So on Friday this week, I'll be going for Friday the 23rd, I think it is, I'll be going to get the glass gastroscopy to just check that there's no problems inside my stomach. And then my surgery itself is scheduled for the first surgery is scheduled for the 7th of October. So what they'll be doing is they'll be doing the gastric sleeve that we had originally planned, but they'll be doing it as part of a 2-step process. So the first step will be to do the sleeve, and the second step will then be in probably around 6 months' time, depending on how the weight is lost, etc., to do a second operation, which is then called the mini bypass. They don't want to do them together because they feel the risk of me being on the under anesthetic for an extended period of time is too high. So they want to keep the risk to a minimum. They want to then reduce my weight and then do the second operation once I've lost some of my weight. So then coming to the purpose of this video, I think that the reality is that we really do need help to get there. We've basically invested our lives into the work that we do, and we really live at the margins with people on the margins. And so we don't have excess. At the beginning of the year, I managed to get medical aid through some of your support, and we need to extend that now for a number more months, at least 6-7 months, to enable me to do the 2 operations. I'm also going to need to get onto special diets. I'm going to need to get special medication. So the total cost of that is probably in the region of 75,000 Rand, and so I'm going to ask if you can contribute towards that. I'm also making a second appeal in this video, and this is really around the work that we do at Neighbours. And over the next period, the next year, we have some very exciting programs that we are running. And the program that I want to ask if you want to contribute towards our work has really got 4 components to it. We do community organizing, where we try to organize marginalized communities to have a seat at the table, ensuring that they have power. So we've got a forum for traders from foreign countries along Lisbon Avenue at the moment that have been organizing to protect their rights and to increase their businesses. We're busy setting up an informal traders platform to help informal traders to get their rights and get more power on the streets, and they're organizing. We will be setting up in the future a homeless forum to try and also bring the homeless into the table, and we've got an Orange Grove Residents Association that's beginning to look in this local community about how we bring all of these different interests together and organize for people's mutual interests. So community organizing, the next is community cohesion. We're trying to bring this community together. We're trying to get people to get to know one another. So we're having a street braai on Heritage Day, for example. We're doing storytelling, those kinds of things. Then we're doing community planning. I think one of the things that has been taken out of a lot of the way we do community work is that communities have been excluded for planning for their own flourishing. And we want to create tables where people can discuss what needs to happen in their communities. So again, the Orange Grove Residents Association will set up workshops and we'll plan for how we can make our communities better. We're doing that around load shedding. How can we work together around load shedding? We're trying to organize at the moment with the local library to get power off the grid so that during load shedding, people who are working from home can go to our local library. Those are the kind of local democratic efforts that can be made when we organize together. And then the last pillar, so the fourth pillar of our strategy, is community mobilizing. We're really trying to get everybody in our community working together, bringing their own assets to enhance community flourishing. So we really need help to get this program really sponsored and up and working. We think the most sustainable way is just ordinary people contributing monthly to making our work happen. So we need for that another 25,000 Rand a month to make that program work, and we'd like to do that over the next year. We'd like to maybe get a commitment over the next year. So if you're able to contribute to that, be that 100 Rand a month, 500 Rand a month, 1,000 Rand a month, or if you're a business, maybe 5 or 10,000 Rand a month, that you can contribute towards making our Neighbours Community Flourishing Program work. That would also help us tremendously. It'll go towards the salaries of our staff and people who are actually directly involved in community organizing. It'll go towards our community meetings and those kinds of things. A lot of the stuff we also fundraise for in our local community is in-kind donations. So if you can help with that, that's also great. But yeah, those are the two big needs. The one is my health, and the other is our community work in the form of Neighbours. And so we want to ask for your help in these two areas and would really appreciate it. I'm going to post into the links below 2 links, one where you can give to either of those 2 programs, and you can either give a once-off donation or you can commit to a monthly thing over the next 12 months. We'd really appreciate your help in this. We can only do what we do because of you. And to be honest, with regard to my health, I really do need the help of my community to get my health back. Neighbours, our organization, will be administering our health funds. So that's why I'm doing it both of those through our non-profit organization, is to make sure that the funds are administered properly. But yeah, so just to ask that ask and to say thank you to everybody for your generosity, for your support, for your prayers, and for your constant encouragement. We really are overwhelmed by this community that we have. So thank you everybody and appreciate your support.